Another day, another review of a badass powered vehicle for kids. Today we'll be talking about the Chevy Silverado pickup truck made by Freddo. We have covered a lot of battery-powered vehicles on this channel. Some low-end like the John Deere or the Real Rigs, the cream of the crop with the Moderno, and now perfectly in the middle, we've got the Chevy Silverado by Freddo. Let's talk about the pros first. It's a true two-seater. My 3- and 2-year-old both fit in it perfectly, no problems. There's a seatbelt that holds them in, and their favorite part, of course, the doors open and close with a little latch. It's difficult enough to open that you don't have to worry about them accidentally flying out the side, but it's just easy enough that our 3-year-old has no problem opening and closing. Next one, the remote. It's not the coolest looking remote, but it gets the job done. You can take control and drive the truck forward, backward, and make all the turns. It also has 3 speeds so that you can control how fast the truck is going. The only catch, when you're using the remote control to drive, it does not take away steering from the truck itself. I've had a few situations where I was trying to avoid something, my toddler whipped the wheel the other way, and the truck went the way my toddler turned. Again, maybe that's why this is middle priced instead of that Moderno. It's still a great remote control, you just have to be careful. Next up, the sounds and lights. When you turn that key, it revs up. My kids get so stoked. Half the time they just want to turn it off and turn it back on so they can hear the engine rev. The headlights and brake lights work, and they're actually pretty bright. We've driven it around in the driveway at nighttime in the dark so that they could see the headlights and brake lights. There is a 4-bar light, but it doesn't actually work. It's more for show. Next up is the radio. It's got its own pre-made tunes. You can hook up your phone with an aux cord, or you can use a USB to actually preload some of your toddler's favorite tracks. They'll then be able to control it right on the dashboard and drive around to their favorite music. This is probably the biggest pro, the battery. This sucker is 24 volts. I'm shocked at how much we get out of just one charge. This thing drives pretty fast. To think it would eat away at the battery, it does a great job holding a charge. Speaking of how fast it drives, it's pretty fast. It's not too fast that you have to worry about safety, but it's just fast enough to give your kids the thrill they're looking for. I almost forgot that there's a little bed of the truck. Honestly, let's just file this in probably the cons. I wish it was a little bit bigger. There's a small area, a couple inches, where your kids can stuff some of their belongings, drive it around. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Hell, even take it one step further and give me a latch. The biggest con, which I mentioned earlier, is definitely the remote control, but another big one is sometimes the sounds are inconsistent. When you first get the car on, you'll hit the horn, it sounds really loud. When my kids are driving, granted the truck is loud itself, but when you hit the horn, you can barely hear it. The kids can even barely hear it. I wish those kind of things were a little bit louder, because let's be real, that's what the kids want to play with. All in all, this is a great middle tier battery powered vehicle for your kid. You can get yourself one of these for around $400, and at that price point, I think it's great for what you get. I'm going to give this one 5 stars for sure. I think it has the potential to be just the one you're looking for. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, please hit the button below and join the community. If you have, it's great to see you back. We'll see you again real soon.